Hi everyone, it's Paris here. How is everyone? Sorry it's a bit dark. I'm in my office. I'll just put the light on. Just want to say a quick hello to everyone. Friday afternoon. I'm just waiting for Philip to bring home the rescue parrots because I've been feeding and looking after the ones that we have here. Now listen friends, there's some issues going on. There's a lot of shit going on. And you know, Mercury retrograde is coming on the 15th, the shadow. And I'm on my phone because I've got a problem with the Facebook application on my desktop. So I've got a few issues. Mercury retrograde comes up and you know that I open my mouth and I say things, right? Because I get impatient. That's what happens during Mercury retrograde. It's from the 15th, the shadow. Now listen, I don't care what you do in your lives. I don't care. It's none of my business, right? Just like it's not your business what I do, whatever, unless it impacts on you. So when I see things that people say or do, and the impact on other people's health, mental health, physical health, general life, if it impacts nature and animals, I'm going to open my mouth. I'm allowed to do that, aren't I? You would do that too, right? I'm allowed to do that. So in Victoria, the past year, when we had the lockdown last year, all the messiahs came out online. And what they did is they fooled me and they fooled a lot of you and everyone else, right? But they didn't fool us, some of us, for too long. A lot of us have just walked off social media. I haven't. I don't, because I do the bird work and other work. And as a counsellor, I'm trying to help people in their lives and wake them up and not get them into this state of vulnerability that other people are taking advantage. So when this dumbass, I just saw this video before from a dumbass. A lot of you know him, Nathan Glover. He's a dumbass. And let me tell you why, friends. I'll tell you why. Because when I see people pushing magic mushrooms in this shit, I don't care what excuse you find about, oh, it's good and that, whatever. You have no fucking idea what these foods do to you. You have no idea what foods do to your health. Now, I have been through the most excruciating health issues in my life and I've still got them, but I'm managing. Why? You don't need drugs. You don't need illegal drugs. You don't need heavy drugs. You don't need alcohol to wipe out your problems. Because friends, if you had problems before the drugs and alcohol, when you start taking drugs and alcohol, you're going to have worse problems. Some of you are going to say, but Paris, magic mushroom is not a drug. Well, I'll tell you something. I don't care what it is, what it isn't. I've researched on it. I don't care. I just need 2 minutes of research, right? Anything that messes with the spirit, your spirit, the auras, and with your brain, why would you want that? How do you know who you are, who's entering into your aura, right? Into your energy field. You don't need alcohol and these magic mushrooms and drugs and other drugs, dope and shit. You don't need this stuff. All my life I've been adamant against drugs. All my life. First of all, because from a little baby and a little girl, I knew, why do I want my brain fried? Why do I want my third eye fried? I don't get it. Oh, but it might relax me. Relax you. You can watch a movie. You can sit down, have a nice cup of tea. You can do other things. You don't need to fry your brain. Now, there's other people that are on drugs because, you see, drugs have been around for a long time. But in this time, the past 150 years, we've been eating and drinking things that are polluted more than what they used to be. You know, when the maybe the native Indians in America used to take things and the Aborigines and all that. They didn't have all the toxins that we have in the air, in the water, in the foods like we do. So if we're ingesting all this stuff, and then we've got all this other shit on top of us, and all these tribes were worried about was which kangaroo they were going to kill to eat. Right? Okay, so they didn't have these issues like we do. We've got our body, every single body on this planet, I'm just checking the cockatoos, has got health issues, whether you know it or not, has got health issues. Every single body we're exposed to a lot of health problems. So you start taking this shit, it's going to mess with your brain cells. Is it not common sense? Everything you have, water, air that we breathe, everything goes into our blood system, into our brain, and that produces the results of our thinking. And this is why people that are following the wrong people and listening and believing stuff are not consuming the right things. I'm not perfect. I'm not eating perfect. I'm not drinking perfect. But I certainly don't eat poisons and I don't put shit in my body that make me feel I'm not rational. Now, your mushrooms, you really want mushrooms here? Get your chaga mushrooms. It's a powder. You can have it as a tea, right? Chaga mushroom. Let me turn this around so you can see it. Because some of you out there are really stupid and listening to these fucking idiots. I don't understand. Seriously, friends. Look, chaga mushroom. You're here. Get it from the health shop. I got it from GoVita for $27. It's brown, like a mushroom. I'm trying to put it so you can see. It's like a tea. Now, if I have to finish off quickly, it's because Philip's going to come with the parrots that we're rescuing. Unbelievable. It's taken him 4 hours because that's how long it takes. That's why I can't go out because I can't waste 4 hours on the road. We travel everywhere and anywhere. So, friends, I've got a real problem with people pushing shit to mess with your heads. And all these spiritual people and all these astrologers and New Age and all this bullshit, and you know who I am and what I do, right? I don't need this stuff to see things, to hear things and whatever. I don't need these things for my health. And my health has been, like I said, tragically terrible for many years. I didn't need all this shit. All I needed was to eat it. And my stress is 100 times worse than what it was last year and the other years. 100 times worse. You just need to eat well and drink well and eliminate. I don't have soy. I don't have corns, even organic. I get rid of all that shit and I'm fine. And I still don't have all my vitamins. So please, friends, if you got problems and you got vulnerabilities and issues in life, don't think that alcohol, drugs, and all these other bullshit things are going to help you because they're not. They're just going to make holes in your pocket and they're not going to strengthen your immune system the way they do. You might say, well, Paris, I've heard, that Greek doctor, whatever that was, pro-marijuana and all that, whatever, for cannabis. Let me tell you something. If you take cannabis and all these things for medicinal reasons, and you are still eating shit, junk food, eating toxins, drinking toxins, alcohol, coffee, any other drugs, how is the cannabis may help you? I'm just saying may because I'm not interested in that shit. May help you, but you're still not going to be healthy because you're having all the other stuff on the side. So why don't you eliminate all the other shit on the side, including meats and fish because of the mercury and the toxins. Eliminate all that and you won't need to be buying this shit. Now, if it is psychedelic crap, or if you want to be dealing with demons and negative entities, like I see every day, and I deal with every day, I can deal with them. I'm at the stage, metaphysically and clairvoyantly, I've got no issues with them. I've got no issues with them. I know how to deal with them. And I tell you something, if you think the Bill Gates of the world are evil, you should meet the evil ones that have passed over. Gates in them are nothing compared to the spirits that myself and others encounter. So if you want to be taking psychedelic shit, you're going to be dealing with these spirits. You know what happens? These spirits then take over you. Take over your mind, your decision-making process, your behavior, your life, and everything. And this is why every time I see people who I know, I can see straight off. And I can sense it. I don't even have to see you. Who are on drugs and who are on medications and other things. I know, and alcohol. And alcohol, everyday alcohol will do it to you, right? I know instantly that they are saturated with negative entities. And when you hear that a lot of people are separating and a lot of people have got problems in their lives, the first thing I want to find out is what are they eating and drinking. You don't have to go further than that. If there are problems in relationships, problems in workplaces, problems with yourself, any kind of problems, look at first what you're eating and drinking, and that would tell me what kind of spirits you have around you. That would tell me. You don't have to tell me. Like I said, I can see it. So please, friends, because Facebook has become a landmine of bullshit artists, of absolute bullshit artists, and it's not just Facebook, it's actually all the social media platforms. All the social media platforms. I ask questions on Facebook. I put questions, just little questions, the little posts I put, and the responses I get do not resonate with my questions. People can't think. It's a simple question, and they can't understand what I'm asking. And I often put these questions, and I think they don't get it. They don't get it. And this is the problem, is that a lot of people, these bullshit influencers, they started with Facebook. They said that Facebook took them down, which is shit, right? Facebook may have taken them down because the government told them, or for other reasons, right? Because someone may have reported them. But they're not going to say that, because all these groups are all elite Zionist groups, all the online groups and I've posted about Craig Kelly, what a fraud he is, and I back it all up with articles that are online from the actually mainstream media are saying things about them, right? About the business that they do with China and everything. Do you understand, friends, that when we go into lockdown again, it's going to be 1,000 times worse? 1,000 times worse. Why? Because a lot of you, like spoiled children, had your freedom taken away, had your freedom, and your freedom's going to be taken away, and you're going to be kicking and screaming, and what's going to happen when you kick and scream? You're going to get sick. This time around, you may not be so lucky. You're going to crash. Because the body, the fight and flight response in the body is going to react in a way and it's going to have anxiety because you know what's coming. You see, last year we didn't know what was going to happen. We were going with the flow because it was the first time we were in that situation. Just like in an abusive relationship. First time you're in an abusive relationship, you don't know the signs. And then when you leave that abusive relationship and then you meet other partners, males or females, you know the signs, you know what to look out for, so you leave. But if you can't leave, like we can't leave, because it's our governments and the corporations that's doing all this stuff, right? If we can't leave, your anxiety is going to hit the roof and you watch how your health is going to deteriorate. And this is why from last year slowly, I've been trying so slowly and so kindly and nicely to be telling you how to raise your vibrations, how to eat and drink well, how to stop following this bullshit, all this fear stuff online. Full of fear, fear, fear. Those of you who have got innate fear, it's your problem. I don't want to deal with you guys. You guys honestly have serve no positive purpose on this planet. If you're always anxious and always fearful while you're living your life and doing your thing, I can't understand why you've got anxiety and fear. If you're locked up in a room or abused or bashed around or whatever, I can understand. That's different, fear and anxiety. But if you're living your life, don't complain. Because if you look at what's happening in the world, I was watching a doco in Turkey, what's happening with the women. What's happening in Australia with people. Where are the homeless? What's happened to the homeless? Oh, you got to be Muslim to have any help, don't you? Only the Muslim refugees and all them have help. Friends, when are you going to realise what's going on? I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard. Now listen, it's getting darker, so I've got to get back to my work urgently. I've started a Dr. Shiva Australia group. Some of you want to have a look at the videos. It's open. It's public. It's not private. So I don't care who looks at what. It's Dr. Shiva Australia. Look at the videos, especially the ones from 2000 after the US elections of November 2020, because Dr. Shiva, just like me and others, we got sucked in by Trump, right? And then we realised what he was about, that he's all bullshit. He's one of them. So after November, December 2020, the videos, we're learning from our experiences, friends. We're learning. So I've set up this group, Dr. Shiva Australia. Check it out. I'll be posting it often on Facebook so you can see it, right? If Facebook allows me to post it. Excuse me. I've got a group called Men and Empathy. There's no empathy in Australia. Where are the empathic men in Australia? Like, I can't believe it. No one wants to join. No one wants to get on. No men in Australia want to talk about empathy. Seriously? Straight or gay? I did it originally for straight, to try and help straight women, because every single relationship has got so many fucking issues, right? And if you've got drugs and alcohol, you're going to have even more issues. There's so much more I can say, friends, but I haven't got time to say. Right, so I've set up the Men and Empathy group, if any men want to join, just so you guys can all teach each other empathy. I've got the Dr. Shiva Australia group. And then I'm trying to do with my bird rescues and my counselling work to try and help people. I'm trying to do as much as I can. Right, I've been volunteering and helping people all my life. Even when I was devastatingly ill, I was still working a few months, collapsing, working a few months, and still volunteering. Right? So when people say to me that, they don't know what to do, they're bored or whatever, there's plenty of people you can help out there. There's plenty of people with animals or with people that you can help. There's no excuse. We've got to start helping each other and helping each other in humanity. Just check out the videos on Dr. Shiva. I'm not telling you to follow him. I'm not telling you to join him. I've joined him, so I watch his videos twice a week, right? On the live Zoom that he does for the members. I'm not telling you have to join him. I'm just saying, listen to what he's saying. If there's any sense in it, listen more, watch more, see what's going on. Seriously, friends in Australia, we followed a fucking idiot from the 99% groups who are nothing. They are nothing. The Ricardo Bosses, the Fanoses, the Craig Coles, a whole lot of them are nothing. They have no education. Even Ricardo Bossi, nothing. He mentored CEOs. So did I. I worked with them all, even more closer than CEOs, than mentoring. They are nothing. And we've been following these assholes and reignite democracy, all these fucking Zionist movements, and the same with that other dickhead that's got the Canadian-based fucking, what's it called? That Jewish guy that does the Avi, whatever. Come on, friends. We're following these guys that are just repeating, just to keep you guys going online and donations and shit and whatever. Meditation's not going to get it out of this shit. Crystals won't. None of that shit will. They are all playing us. Listen to Dr. Shiva. He's a professional. He's a wealthy entrepreneur. Everything he backs himself 100%, most of it, right? He doesn't ask us for donations. If we want to donate, we can. Right? He invented the email. He's a scientist. He knows his health. He knows what he's talking about. Just listen to his shit. There may be something. I'm not saying shit is negative. There may be something you can resonate with. Share it. See what people think. Because the problem is in Australia, no one has come out to tell us about the hidden establishment, about what's really going on. And people like me and others who know it, go underground. Why am I talking? Because I'm online as it is with the birds. I'm opening my mouth to try and save birds in Australia. Secondly, I'm a metaphysical counsellor, and I can't bear to sit back watching people getting screwed, frying their brains and getting screwed and destroyed in life. I can't handle it. I struggle with that. I really do. I really struggle with that. So please, friends, check out the video, see what you think. Let me know by private message or comment on the page, even better, comment. If you don't want to comment publicly, like I said, it's an open group. Anyway, I've got to let you guys go. It's getting cooler in Melbourne. It's getting darker. I've got to go make sure Philip's going to come now with the birds that we're going to rescue. So like I said, if you want any mushrooms, get the fresh mushrooms. Get organic fresh mushrooms, the portobello or the butter ones, whatever they call them. Get your chaga to put in tea if you want. Seriously, friends. You don't even need this shit. You can just get $27 for this. Really, it's a rip-off. It's really a rip-off. It's a trend, you see. It's a trend. In Australia, this is what happens. Everything's expensive in Australia. It's not like this overseas. It's Australia because we're all so fucking wealthy in Australia. We give money for everything. We hear the next fad and we fucking buy into it. We see the next online bastards and influencers and we go there and donate like I did. I mean, how stupid are we? We're so stupid in this country. Listen, friends, you've got to look beyond the borders. Got to look beyond the borders. There are no leaders in Australia at the moment. I'm telling you right now. And I'm saying it, and I know that I'm putting myself at people shooting negative energies at me and negative arrows because they do not like what I'm saying. They do not want the truth. They do not want the truth because I know he's sending me negative energies. I know them. I've spoken with most of them. I know what they are saying. I know what they are thinking. And like I say, many times those of you have done clairvoyant readings for and psychic readings for, you know that I'm 100% spot on. Okay? You know that. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I've got to get back to the children. Thanks for listening to my rant. Mercury retrograde shadows on the 15th, so you've got 8 days to do any purchases or any major decisions and still be cautious. Because I tell you what, Mercury retrograde had never stopped with me. I've got it ongoing. It has not stopped. It's something in my birth chart, it must be, because it has not stopped. So it's going to be full on. Okay, I've got to go. They're calling, you see. Love you all, friends. Speak to you later. Bye. Now let's see what's happening here.